So good afternoon, Walker Lobos. My name is Michelle Gentry. I'm the lead counselor at Little Elm High School. And there are several of us here today to speak with you about the process that you'll follow to get ready for ninth grade. So aside from me today, you are meeting with Dr. Ayers, who is in charge of our CTE programs and our fine arts programs in Little Elm. And then one of your counselors, Miss Smith, is also with us today. So that's who we are. And we're going to just go ahead and jump right in to get you the information that you need. It's important for you to know that this is, even though it feels like eighth grade just started, and you may be wondering, why are we already talking about ninth grade? The process for getting ready for ninth grade really does start in the next couple of weeks. So that's why we're meeting with you today. We want to just kind of give you an idea of what to expect going forward. All right, so that's who we are. Miss Bradley is here as well. And like I said, we're just going to try to give you the information that you need to know what to expect these next few weeks and months as you get ready to transition to high school. So we're meeting with you today. We're meeting with our Strike Lobos on Thursday. And then typically in a non-2020 year, you would have the opportunity to visit our high school campus and to look at a lot of our facilities and to hear about our programs, such as culinary arts, our business and marketing program, our welding program. You would be able to visit with people who are in those programs because it is 2020 and we're limited in our in-person events. We're offering our Chart Your Course event online instead. So it will go live, so to speak, on October 28th. It will be available online. And you won't even have to worry about doing it on your own time. You're going to have some time during school to explore all those different options and to hear about activities and programs that are available to you at the high school once you start here as a ninth grader. So the first thing we'd like for you to know is just what the general graduation expectations are to be a high school graduate in Texas. You will need 26 total credits. Now, most students end up with far more than 26 credits. You have the opportunity to earn 8 credits every year, and you're going to be in high school for 4 years. So if you do the math on that, you'll see it's more than 26. So a credit, some of you are already in credit-bearing courses. If you're taking algebra in middle school, then you're earning a high school credit for that. If you're taking physics in middle school, you're earning a high school credit for that. So a credit really is just kind of a unit of measurement for classes that you take in high school. Most of the classes are worth 1 credit, but there are some classes that you earn half a credit for because they're only 1 semester long. And if that's the case, then we pair it with another 1 semester class to give you a full credit for that class period. But for graduation, you'll need a total of 26. And those credits have to be in certain areas. You have to have so many math credits, so many science credits. But then in addition to your basic credits, you have the opportunity, and in fact, you must choose an endorsement. And your endorsement will make up kind of those elective credits. We have endorsements available in 5 different areas, and you'll see them on the screen. In each of those 5 areas, arts and humanities, business and industry, multidisciplinary, public service, and STEM, there are a lot of different ways to earn that endorsement. So we have dozens of different endorsements for you to choose from. And it's kind of like picking a major when you're in college. An endorsement really is just kind of a pathway that follows your interests in high school to prepare you for life after high school. So that's what the general graduation requirements include. In addition to those requirements, you could be a distinguished graduate by taking Algebra 2 and a total of 4 math and 4 science credits. And so most of our students graduate distinguished coming out of high school. And as you have questions, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to put them on the chat, we can answer them that way. Or you can always reach out to your campus counselors, Miss Bradley and Miss Smith, and they'll have information for you as well. But we want to start today by exploring our arts and humanities endorsement a little bit further to give you some specific information about that. One way you can earn an arts and humanities endorsement is through taking a series of social studies classes. Every student is going to take 4 social studies credits. If you want to earn an arts and humanities endorsement, it's just 1 additional credit. So you're going to take 5 credits of social studies instead of just 4. You can also earn an arts and humanities endorsement through taking a series of foreign language credits. And so the 3 languages that we offer at Little Elm High School are Spanish, French, and sign language. In order to earn an endorsement, you can take 4 years of Spanish or French, or you can take 2 years of 2 different languages. We only currently offer sign language for 2 years. So if you wanted an endorsement with sign language, you would take 2 years of sign language and then 2 years of something else. We do have a limited capacity for our sign language classes. We only have room for 60 students to start each year. And so if you're interested in taking that class, you'll receive a Google form to fill out, and we just take the first 60 students who sign up for that class. And Dr. Ayers is going to talk with you a little bit about some of your fine arts options for the arts and humanities endorsement.
Hello, everybody. So dealing with fine arts, in the middle school, you're pretty much used to art, band, choir, and theater. So once you get to the high school, what you're going to see is you still have art, you still have band and choir, but you also now have dance, which can also go into the drill team. And theater is split into 2 or 3 different categories. So you've got the acting side, the technical theater side, and then the theater production side. So with the Arts and Humanities Program of Study, you're looking at 4 different years of fine arts. Now, the interesting thing is you don't have to take all 4 years in art or all 4 years in band in order for this to qualify. In the art side, there are also what we call AP level courses, which are the advanced placement, which allows you to take a test at the end of the course at the end of the year, and you can earn college credit for it. And like I said, every one of these compete also in some form of UIL, or in the case of art, compete in VACE, which is a UIL type event as well. All right. And that's it for arts and humanities. There we go. And because I'm over fine arts as well as CTE, which is the career and technology or career and technical education area, the business and industry kind of fits into that as well. So for anyone who's interested in getting some kind of certification that is based in the industry, that's where some of these courses or programs of study come into place. So for example, in welding, you can actually get a welding certificate. So that means after high school, you can really just go straight into the marketplace and start making money as a welder. Engineering has AutoCAD certification, aerospace and aviation. So this is where some of our engineering goes into aerospace engineering, and you can actually get a pilot's license for drone piloting. And the list keeps going on. AV production for film production, graphic design, you guys can read them right there. Some of the more interesting things are that you can actually apply most of these straight after high school. So you get those certifications. You are then qualified to work in the field without having to worry about college credit immediately. Now you can take that and just stay in the workplace if you want to and not worry about college, or you can use it to work towards a higher level of understanding by taking college and using your certification to help pay for that college so you can get higher management type jobs later on in life. And go to the next, there we go.
All right, for multidisciplinary endorsement, what I'd like for everybody to know is that this is one that we add to everybody's 4-year plan. When you think about applying for college, for a college admission, they're going to look for you to have 4 credits in each of the 4 core class areas. So math, science, social studies, and English. And that is what this endorsement does for you. So we just think it's a great idea for everybody to start out with a multidisciplinary endorsement. Just in case you choose at some point to go to college, then you will have met the requirements that they need you to have for your coursework. So that's the primary way to earn a multidisciplinary endorsement. You can also earn it through taking a series of advanced academics courses, such as advanced placement or dual credit courses. But the important thing for you to know is that this is a great one for everybody to get. And you don't have to just choose one endorsement. So I don't want you to think that if you do multidisciplinary, you can't do anything else. That isn't the case. Most of our students end up graduating with 2, 3, or even 4 endorsements, and multidisciplinary is just a good general one to have in addition to the other things that you're interested in.
All right, so then we go into public service. So this is the category where you're dealing with the public directly. So for example, in health science, may sound like health, but actually it's dealing with stuff like pharmacy and nursing. Education is about being a teacher. Law enforcement needs no explanation. And fire science is about becoming an actual firefighter. Now, the cool thing is with all 4 of these is that once you start getting into them, that 4th year, it usually deals with some sort of practicum where you're actually working with a mentor in the actual real world. So for example, in health science, if you're working towards a certified nursing assistant, you're actually working out in the hospitals or the clinics to work with doctors and nurses to learn the area. Law enforcement, you're actually working with the local police department. Fire science is actually going out to the different fire departments and working with actual fire. Not going on calls necessarily, but actually putting into practice all of those firefighting techniques with actual fire.
So there are several different ways that you can earn this last endorsement. It's a STEM endorsement, and STEM, of course, stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So one of the ways that you could earn this endorsement is through taking a series of advanced math courses. Some of you are already on an advanced math track, and so you're already taking advanced courses there in middle school, and that's going to set you up to be able to move right into continued advanced math courses, which would help you earn the STEM program. Same thing with science. Some of you are taking that opportunity in middle school and will certainly be able to continue that through high school, earning a STEM endorsement. There are a couple of additional ways that you can earn a STEM endorsement, and those go through our CTE department with Dr. Ayers.
Yeah, for example, computer science, that is where you're learning to get a certificate towards programming languages and leading up to our esports program. And if some of you are not familiar with esports, that's an actual sport like you would see like football, for example. The difference is instead of being out on the field in athletics, esports is about playing video games in a competition type format. And again, you're seeing here the aeronautics with the drone certification, you're seeing the engineering. And this goes back to what Ms. Gentry was saying about most students wind up with multiple endorsements, not because you choose to necessarily, but because some of the things you're trying to accomplish just naturally double fits in multiple endorsements.
So when you visit our virtual Chart Your Course event online, you're going to have the opportunity to hear about all of these different high school activities that you may be interested in. So there will be information about a lot of different clubs that we offer on campus, some of our academic programs, our athletic programs, our fine arts programs, and then we also have advanced academics opportunities and our collegiate academy. Some of you have already heard about within the past couple of weeks. So when you are visiting the Chart Your Course event website, when you're doing that during some of your guidance time here in a couple of weeks, those would be great things for you to check out. We think that these are activities that are really important to a high school experience. And so we want to encourage you to find something that you're interested in and get involved in school.
Okay, guys, you might be asking what's next and where do you go from here? Kind of like Ms. Gentry said at the beginning, I know it feels like 8th grade just started, but we're in the process right now of planning for not only your 9th grade year, but all 4 years of high school. So on Friday, you're going to receive an email from me or Miss Bradley, or you'll just receive an email. And in that email will be the information of how you're going to sign up, you and your parent, for a meeting with your counselor. If your last name is A through L, that would be with me. M through Z will be Miss Bradley. I know you're at home learners, so that's not a problem. We're going to have all of our meetings through Zoom. So you and your parent will Zoom with me or Miss Bradley, and we will go over all of your endorsements and your choices. And those meetings start November 2nd, guys. That's just like 2 weeks away. So I know that you guys think, oh, well, it's, just the beginning of 8th grade, but really we have to make this choice between now and the end of January, because then all of our courses are locked for next year. In science last week, in Miss Kirby and Miss Lambert's class, you should have done like a career interest survey and then spent some time looking at some careers. If you have not completed that, because that was part of an assignment last week, you're going to be receiving an email from me or Miss Bradley to say, hey, we really need you to do this, because it's going to help you know where your interests lie so that you can better choose an endorsement that will be well fitted for you. And there, Miss Bradley and I's emails are there. And then I think we just need to maybe look at the, the chat. Also, Miss Bradley sent out a survey that if you were not sure about your career or your endorsement choices, that she can set you up with UNT, and they could Zoom with you and help you kind of figure out what you want to do. Anything else, Dr. Ayers or Miss Gentry, before we go to the chat?
It pretty well covers everything that I'm thinking of.
Okay. All right, so let's just see what our chat questions are. Okay. So somebody said, does this give us college? Oh, Ms. Gentry's already answered a lot of them about college credits. There are some schools that are college credits. She asked about the different subjects, and she said scholarships are not tied to specific subjects, based more on your SAT and SAT. Okay, is the meeting this Friday or in 2 weeks? So as far as the meeting, you and your parents are going to sign up for a date and a time. So it's going to be an individual meeting. So for example, if Susie Brown wants to meet with me on November the 5th at 10 o'clock, she's going to set a meeting with me at that time, and I will meet with just that student and her parents. So we'll have about a 30 to 45 minute period of time that we're looking at that. In the email I send out, you're also going to have a lot of information to look through, like the course guide, a sample for your plan, things like that. Guys, you don't want to come into that meeting and you've not looked at that, because that's going to help you kind of know what you need to do. And then I will get you guys the information on taking the interest survey. Some people may not have access to that, so I will make sure that you have that. So somebody else said, does that lock our decision for high school? Guys, listen, what you come and choose with us, that locks at least your freshman year. Now, is Miss Gentry still on? I know she had to go to another meeting. I think she had to go to another meeting. You can change a little once you get to high school, but sometimes it's a little hard based on the fact that some of those courses, you have to have the prerequisites. And if you don't have time to go back to get the prerequisites, for example, if I wanted to choose welding, Dr. Ayers, you could probably speak to this better than I can. You can't have welding 2 as a freshman, as a sophomore, if you've not had welding 1 and all the prerequisites and all the, I forgot what it's called, Dr. Ayers, the base course. Right. So then as a junior, you can't all of a sudden become a welder, because there's 2 years of courses that you have not chosen and not had. Right. So it does kind of lock you for those 4 years. So you want to make sure you're making a decision that.
And you all should have in your packets, as you're choosing, basically some kind of a diagram that shows you, like, for example, the intro class called Principles of Audio, Video, Arts and Communication. It sounds like really complicated, but it's basic intro class that if you're interested in filmmaking, television production, if you're interested in graphic arts, if you're interested in animation, that's the first class for all of those.
Right. Okay. And then the only other question I keep getting, okay, Yes. So somebody said, are you going to have a meeting with your counselor? Yes. So we're going to send out the invitation on Friday. Your parents will have until, and you have to sign up for the meeting through your school email, but your parents need to be a part of that, right? So they have until November the 6th to sign up. So we'll have all of our dates out and times. If your parent does not sign up for a meeting, we will come and find you, and you will meet just with us one-on-one, and then we'll send the results to your parents. But we really would like your parents to be a part of that meeting, because you are deciding what you're going to do for the next 4 years. The other question I'm getting is about Lobo Collegiate Academy a lot. Those of you who had that meeting, if the parent meeting, your parents should have signed up from the link that was sent out to them, and then they will get an email from Miss Gentry if they signed up for the meeting. If they did not, so one is tonight, and I think one is 2 nights from now. So that once they sign up, she will send them the link to the Zoom meeting. Okay.
I see a question about dance. The activities involved with dance. Miss Miner is also the coach, the head coach for the drill team. When I talked to her here recently, she says that each one of the dance courses pretty well go in succession. So in that, you learn a little bit about ballet, tap dancing, hip hop, you name it. It goes through the decades and all the different genres of dancing.
I also have a question about athletic trainer, and can they do that as a freshman? I believe they have to apply for that, and they that changes a little bit from year to year, so we will get the details on that. So